Hey everybody, hope everybody had a great weekend. It's been a little crazy, got a lot of stuff going on. Congratulations to Heidi, to Rich, to Trevor, his crew, everybody who was out there powerlifting. Everybody seemed to really do well. Annie, Heidi's training partner. Uh, I think Carl actually had a competition this weekend as well with the grid. Um, Good job, bro. Hope it was fun. So let's move on to our. Oh well, yeah. By the way, Heidi is now like a world record holder in the bench press for her weight, for her age and weight category. That's pretty cool. Pretty amazing. Me, I'm working on maybe doing like a hot dog eating contest or something. The way my training's been going lately, but we're working on that. All right, I'm more focused on training you people. So here we go. Monday, which is the 23rd. As you can see, I've been starting to add in the warm ups for everybody. And also, we got a new coach, JD, coming in, helping us out, and very, very qualified and does an excellent job. So, everybody welcome him when they see him. He's been kind of introducing himself. Right now, he's Tuesday, Thursday evenings. All right, so let's move on. So, as you can see, warm up is in. Coaches sometimes may tweak that a little bit if they wish to. That's no problem. The lift is the deadlift. We're moving on to 5 by 3 reps. And now we're moving up to 85% every 3 minutes. So listen up. I post every 3 minutes, which is, look, at the end of the day, sometimes if we're running short on time, I may even actually have everybody do it like every 2.5 minutes or so. But the bottom line is we really want you to reset. We want your ATP. We want your batteries to charge. We want you to be 100% in between each of these sets. That's why we kind of rest a little longer. I know some of you kind of feel like, oh man, this is boring. I'm kind of not even feeling it. Trust me, it's part of the program. Just be patient. You'll see a PR at the end of it if you're consistent. Going into conditioning, my favorites are the ping pongs. Ping pong, 12-minute EMOM ping pong style. So that means first minute you do a movement, second minute you do another movement, and you switch back and forth for the full 12 minutes. So you can see the odd movement, the odd minutes you're going to be doing max calorie on the assault bike, and then the even minutes you're going to be doing 3 power cleans. We got the 3 levels set up for you. So your score is basically going to be the amount of calories that you put out. You're going to be 6 minutes on that bike. So the amount of calories that you put out on that bike, um, plus your clean reps. So yeah, it's a fixed task priority type thing. So you're basically doing 3 cleans each set. But keep in mind, sometimes, if you kind of bite off more than you can chew, you may not get to those 3 cleans. So you may only get two in, or you may only get one in. So choose wisely. So that's part of your score, the amount of calories plus your 3 cleans for the entire 12-minute workout. And that's going to be your score in Wodify. If you're choosing not to do the conditioning, or if on your own you want to do a little bit of accessory work, the supersets, there's belt setups for belt squats. You basically grab 2 boxes, put a belt on, chain it around a kettlebell, dumbbell, weights, whatever you wish, and you're going to do 10 reps. You're going to go right to the Pendlay row, and you should know how to do Pendlay rows by now. Very strict. Your back angle stays constant. There's no kipping. Don't worry about the weight. Squeeze it at the top. You should feel your lats. You should feel your posterior chain starting to burn. So we're doing 4 by 6, a little heavier on this. Then you rest for 120 seconds and you repeat that for 4 sets. The funny thing is, talking to a bunch of these bodybuilders and these fitness guys, I mean, their idea of CrossFit is everybody's crazy and that shit hurts you and all that other crap because they don't understand it. Well, a lot of them, they just can't get in the right positions because they're so tight and they don't know how to do any kind of stretching. But a lot of these guys, girls, man, they look phenomenal. And a lot of them do the supersets. A lot of them do these kind of movements because it's all show, no go, more or less, for them. So they're just kind of trying to build muscle. It's hypertrophy, and these will get you a little jacked. So just giving you fair warning, stay up on top of your mobility work because all of a sudden you'll start seeing that, holy cow, I'm having a hard time getting the bar in the front rack position on my clean because now your biceps and your shoulders and your lats are starting to grow and they're getting a little tighter. So I'm giving you some fair warning. If you do these accessory movements, make sure you stay up on top of your mobility, and you can be mobile and be massive. I've seen bodybuilders do full splits. So being big is not an excuse to not being flexible. Um, and I'm a big fan of a big muscle is a strong muscle. So if you do stay on top of your hypertrophy, you will actually get stronger doing the CrossFit workouts as well. Extra credit, same thing on Monday is the prowler pushes. Going into Tuesday, we'll pass the warm up. The skill workout for Tuesday is going to be handstand shrugs. There's videos here, and then shoulder taps. The video for this is showing a freestanding handstand shoulder taps. I don't, that's very difficult to do. It's okay to be against a wall. That's where I'll be, against a wall, to do these shoulder taps. That's fine. Then the third movement is just basically trying to do a max handstand balance. If you can do that not against the wall, or if you're against the wall, just try to balance a little bit away from it, or try to start working on your balance. That's what we're looking for on these skill movements. You're not going to spend a lot of time on a skill. It's 3 rounds. It may take you like 10 minutes because we got work to get done. And you got to make sure that you're cooperating with the coaches, because they need to get you through these workouts in an hour's time because they got another class. Going into the lift is press. P is for press, shoulder press, strict press, no legs, no push press, no push jerk, no split jerk. It's a strict press. 8x3, we're moving up to 60% every minute on a minute. So it's 8 sets on the minute. You're doing 3 speed dynamic movements. Make sure you're hitting the proper points of performance. All the way down under the chin in a front rack position. Move your head back, punch it through the roof, and make sure you're locked out on the top. I see people that are not locking out on the top, or they're pushing it in front of their forehead. They're breaking forward plane. They're not. I hate saying head through the window because some people over-exaggerate that, but you want to make sure that that bar is directly straight over top the center of your head, and it would actually, if you did a straight line down, it would be over where your shoelaces are tied on your sneakers. That is the center of your foot. Conditioning, 5 rounds for time. It's 15 sumo deadlift high pull. Yeah, these are weird, but they're pretty cool. So you're going to do a sumo stance, and you're going to high pull it up, high elbows. Some people actually do these wrong. They actually start pulling too soon. You got to make sure that your hips are open first, and then you do the pull. So use your legs first, leg drive, open the hips, and then the final is just a quick high pull, elbows high. Some people kind of get a little over exaggerated with that, and they go up to their like forehead, and that's not what it's supposed to be. It's like up to maybe your chest or your chin the highest. And then 12 push press, same weight. Okay, that's going to be a little challenging because it's kind of heavier. It's kind of heavy for push press, sumo deadlift. So you can use leg drive in a push press. Shoulder shocker, man. This is really going to blow you up. So you take 2 dumbbells. You do 8 front raises with your thumbs up. Make sure the dumbbell, I mean, I'm telling you, use like 5-pounders, man. I mean, you can use a 2.5 pound weight, and you're gonna get smoked with this. So if you're swinging like 25-pounders on these, then you're like a bodybuilder. You're like a massive bodybuilder that's been doing these a lot, and we ain't got anybody in here that should be doing that. So 10 front raise. And then you're going to stand, you're going to do them to side. So you almost look like an iron cross. I'm sorry, not 10, 8. Then you're going to right into the side, which is 8. And then you're going to lean forward a little bit, and you're going to do them to the rear. So you're going to kind of like do like a rear raise, 8 reps. And so you do 8, 8, 8, and you get a 2-minute break, and you're going to do that 3 times. Yoke carry is the extra credit. Going into Wednesday, we've done this before. It is horrible. I got to look up the date again. I forget. It was probably about maybe a year ago, maybe 9 months ago. But you can see what I did here, okay? It's a 45-minute AMRAP. So the coach is going to do his own warm-up, get you prepped, get your heart rate up a little bit, maybe a little bit of mobility work, not much, because you are going to do some wall walks. If you're not able to get wall walks, then just go for like push-ups. If you're not getting double unders, I will allow you to just get attempts, or just go ahead and do single unders, but I'd rather you get attempts in because that's the only way you're going to get double unders. So 45 minutes, 1,500-meter row, then a 200-meter farmer's carry. These are the weights, L1, L2. Wall walks, if you're L2, 15 wall walks, and these are a bitch, man. You're really supposed to get all the way up nose to the wall. And the thing is, man, you're supposed to be planked. So when you're laying down with the wall behind you in a push-up position, you're supposed to walk your feet up, and you're almost supposed to be like rigid and planked the entire time. Do I see that? No. Do I do it? Yeah. I mean, I try, but you know what? It's a midline smoker, man. So you got your 15 wall walks. if you're L1, do 5 wall walks if you can, and don't worry. Listen, if you're having a hard time with it, don't worry about getting all the way up, even if you go halfway up, just like rope climbs. And then 50 double unders for L2, 25 double unders or attempts for L1. Or, like I said, you got to do single unders. Do single unders. We don't want you to just stand there with the rope for 5 minutes having a hard time with this. You should literally be done with this with a minute and a half tops. I mean, if you're spending more time on that, then you need to actually put a minute. We're going to even write that. 1 minute time cap on double unders. I'm not talking about these, I'm pointing at the screen like you're going to be able to see it. I'm not talking about the 50 double unders for L2. It may take a little longer for some of you, but if you're on this 25 double unders, if you're not getting that done in a minute, if you keep missing and stuff like that, just move on, man. It's fine. Level 3, yeah, I know, 90 minutes. Listen, I'm sorry, like if you're in the last class, we're not staying for you. So, like, if you're in the last class and you want to get in there at 6:30 and start this, that's fine. Coaches, I can't force them to stay late. They have families they need to get home to, et cetera, et cetera. The bottom line is we're closed at 8 o'clock. So, no showering, no doing whatever. Usually like 8:05, everybody's been really awesome. But I just want to tell everybody, make it clear, whatever. So don't get mad if you come in at 7 o'clock. You're like, I want to do level 3, but we're not going to stay. I'm sorry. Try to get in earlier, that's fine, or you're just going to have to do level 2 or whatever. Or you can do the level 3, but cut it when the time's up. A little heavier on the farmer's carry and more double unders. Going into Thursday, warm up, blah, blah, blah. I love these hip airplanes and bird dogs. I got to give a shout out to Trevor for actually showing me them again. I haven't seen those in a long time. But they're awesome, and that's why we're continually going to put them in. And then whatever other warm up. Skill work, double kettlebell overhead squat. Go super light if you don't have the mobility. If you've seen some of the videos I was putting out with some of the kids they were squat jerking. It's amazing when you're young and you have mobility and flexibility. But as we get older, obviously, from sitting in a desk, sitting in a car, sitting in a couch all day, we lose a lot of that. But it's organic. You can get it back if you work on it, which is ROMWAD. You can just put that on the TV at the end of your workouts, unless you're doing a 7 o'clock class. Conditioning. 15, 12, 9, thrusters, burpees, different weights, and then right into 21, 15, 9, wall balls, chest to bar pull-ups, range rows, etc. The superset is single arm dumbbell snatch, 4x10, and then a close grip bench press, this is not supposed to be max reps. 4x10 reps. Close grip bench press, good for the tries, rest 120 seconds. Extra credit is backwards sled pulls on Thursday. And then going into Friday, warm up 3 rounds of Cindy, not for time. Lift, bench press 5x3. Now listen, if you don't want to do regular bench, you can do floor press. It depends on how big the class is. Yada, yada, yada. And then you go 5x3 at 85% every 3 minutes. It's probably pretty important that you do take your 3 minutes to get these done because 85% we're starting to get a little heavier. And then my favorite, conditioning, 12-minute ping pong EMON. Odd minutes, max calorie row. Even minute, 3 hang power snatch. And you see different weights. Very similar to Monday, but we're, instead of biking and cleaning, we're doing rowing and snatching. Superset, single leg press, 4x10, and then single leg RDL, 3x10. Guys might want to look at this video because you need to know what the difference is with a proper RDL and a not proper RDL because your back is supposed to be super, super, super flat. And if you're not doing these movements proper, there's no sense of you doing them because you're mimicking poor technique, and that's not what accessory movements are for. That's it, man. Took up the rest of your time, or took up the most time that I think I'm allowed to. We're going on 14 minutes and change. But if you do want to view this video and there's like a little setting, you can actually set it to where it goes a little faster, like 1.25 speed or 1.5 speed, so you can actually get through it a little quicker. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody this week.